Hello guys, this is the 2023 Hyundai Venue SEL. There is three trims you can choose from. There is the SE, SEL, and Limited, and I think the SEL is the best bang for the buck. This one is $20,000, and if you need the Limited trim, it is $22,000, which I think still is a good deal. But this SEL is $22,000, but with destination it is $23,000, and this Venue is finished in apple green. Let's go ahead and take it on a test drive and see how it does. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2023 Hyundai Venue. This one is the SEL trim, and as I said, there's three trims you could choose from. And I did drive the Venue in the past, and I was very impressed with the way how it drives and the way how it handles, and I was very impressed with the acceleration. The engine was good and still has the same engine for 2023, but something that I'm noticing is the gauge in front of me. It is an LCD screen. I'm not exactly sure what's the size of it, but it does look good. The Venues that I drove in the past, they had normal gauges, but this is pretty cool and doesn't make it feel cheap, because there's a good amount of cheap materials in this Venue, but the price is very cheap. So there is the SE. The SE is, I think, around just a little bit under 20,000 if I'm not mistaken. This one is 21,000, and the Limited is 22,000, but this one is 23,000 with destination. So still, if you guys get the Limited, it will still be cheap, but you'll get more things like LED headlights. And yeah, let's go ahead and take this Venue on a test drive and see how it does. Here is the backup camera. Backup camera quality is not really my favorite, but still not too bad for a $22,000 SUV. Seating position is perfect, and I love the fact that the seat goes all the way down. It goes extremely low, which I really like. Visibility is very good. The windows are nice and big. So this SEL trim has a standard size sunroof, and that's why I think the SEL trim is the best bang for the buck. Very quiet, no vibration, no shaking, nothing like that, which I like. There is one USB Type-C, one USB, and one 12-volt. I think this is my first time seeing a USB Type-C in a Hyundai. So this green apple is a little bit different. I've noticed that people stare, and honestly, it's not a color that I would buy, but it is something different and unique. Let's go ahead and change the drive mode to sport. The SUV becomes a little bit aggressive. Steering wheel becomes nice and heavy. But let's go ahead and do an acceleration. So nothing crazy. This thing feels nice and light, but as you guys heard, the engine is extremely loud. It does have a 1.6 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, and honestly I think that's completely fine, because this Venue is more like a city car. You could drive it on the highway, of course, but I think it's a better SUV for in-town use. Steering wheel is nice and light. This SUV is very small, so driving it in places like downtown, small cities, small places, I think it's a great SUV. On the highway, there is a good amount of wind noise, and that's expected from the price point. So as I said, very loud, and that's expected from this 1.6 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. So this engine is connected to an IVT transmission. This IVT transmission is pretty good. I really like Hyundai IVT transmission. It has manual mode, so you could downshift and upshift, and very nice and responsive. Anyways, this engine produces 121 horsepower and 113 pound-feet of torque, but honestly it feels like it has more power because it is extremely light. Driving on the highway, it is nice and smooth, comfortable. The seats are comfortable, but I really wish they were a tiny bit more comfortable, but they're not bad. And there's a little bit of wind noise. Road noise is a little bit loud too, but honestly it's not that bad. Acceleration, trying to pass someone, it's not bad, but it's not perfect. But I think 121 horsepower and 113 pound-feet of torque, I think those numbers are actually pretty good for this venue because it is light. I really like this new gauge, this LCD screen, but in the center there is like another LCD screen that will show the settings, the MPGs, tire pressure, and yeah, things like that. So again guys, I'm really happy that there is a standard size sunroof on this SEL trim. Back seat, not spacious. There is a good amount of headroom because of the boxy design it has, but the leg room is not that good. The trunk space is actually alright, it has a good amount of space. It's not very big, it's not extremely small. I think this one has more space than the Kona, but yeah, I think you could put things inside of this venue with no issues. You could even drop the seats down to have more space. There's an 8-inch screen, there's Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and I don't have my cable with me, and I can't remember if it has wireless CarPlay. I think it does because it has Hyundai system, like the older system. So the new system doesn't have wireless CarPlay, but I believe this one does. The steering wheel is extremely light, and this thing accelerates very quick. And something that I really like about this SEL trim is that the steering wheel is wrapped in leather. Screen looks good, everything looks good, all the buttons, switches. Very comfortable. Handles are right. The rims look very good on this SEL trim. The size is 205 5517. Let's go ahead and do another acceleration in normal mode. Yep. The engine is very, very loud, and that's expected from this 1.6 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. I really like this IVT transmission. Good amount of plastic in this venue, as I said. Not a big fan of that, but that's fine for 22,000. But I think Hyundai could have gave us soft touches on the armrest, places where we rest our hands. But overall, it is such a beautiful SUV. Getting in and out is very easy. You basically slide into the seat. So this SUV is not high off the ground, it's not very low. I think it's the perfect height. Yeah, I really like this SEL trim. The rims look very good, and the design overall is actually not bad. Something that I wish that Hyundai made standard is the headlights. I really wish that, or at least on this SEL trim, I really wish that they made the headlights LED. So everything in the front and the back is halogen. Actually, matter of fact, everything on this venue is halogen. Even those lights right here are halogen. So there is nothing LED in this venue. I really wish that the daytime running lights were at least LED, or the headlights at least something, but sadly everything is halogen. But I'm really happy with this gauge LCD screen. It looks good. I prefer it over the gauges. On the highway, this thing drives nice and smooth. The suspension is comfortable, and this Venue has a lane keeping assist, no steering assist, and no adaptive cruise control, just normal cruise control. Doesn't have blind spot monitoring system, emergency braking. A very good SUV or subcompact SUV. I'm glad that Hyundai gave us the option to control the shifting with this IVT transmission. Brakes feel nice and confident. Definitely good brakes. Climate controls are very easy to use. Here's a fan, temperature off, front and rear. Shortcuts right here if you want to go to radio and places like this. A storage place right there, that's where the glove box is. Drive modes down here, and 2 cup holders, and there is a normal handbrake. But seriously, this thing is very comfortable and I really like it. As I said, there's 3 trims you could choose from. There is the SE, SEL, and Limited. And the Limited, you will get a good amount of things like LED headlights. You could get 2-tone colors if you want to, but this SEL is definitely good, and for 22,000 I think it's a very good price. It is 23,000 after destination, but lately car companies been getting a lot of cars, so I think that dealerships are going to start giving discounts on their cars. But I am truly impressed with this Venue. I think it's perfect, and it's such a beautiful SUV. But yeah, this SUV is perfect for someone that graduated school. It's such a beautiful SUV, affordable, and yeah, I really like this Hyundai Venue. But I hope you guys enjoyed this POV test drive of this 2023 Hyundai Venue finished in green apple. I would like to thank Sam here at Hyundai of Milford for providing me this Venue. If you guys are around, if you guys are interested, make sure to come and check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe because it does help a lot. And as always, I'll see you next time.